Mike Bednar here. Welcome to back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I discuss usually Catholic radicalism or Christian left topics. Sometimes that's the religious moral view. Sometimes that's political view. But I also talk about other things like cognitive functions. This is the first of those, which in my own personal journey towards spirituality, self-knowledge is important. So I keep looking at the light rather than the screen. It's a bad habit. The title of the show is Subjective Objections on Cognitive Functions. Hopefully this will get views. If for no other reason, so the typers of the Dave and Chan school will look at my other videos and analyze whether I'm an ENTP, an INTP, or something else. So my target audience for this video is the practitioners of objective personality or people who are interested in personality typing. David Chan's observer versus decider distinction does not make sense to my introverted thinking, or TI, although it's the actual extroverted thinking thread that I pulled on first. So can extroverted thinking be both respecting the thinking of the tribe and finding solutions for the work of the tribe that work for the tribe? I don't think it can be both. TI it through. The same question applies to feelings. Does extroverted feeling honor the tribe's values, or are we trying to change the tribe? Originally, the self versus tribe distinction did not originally ring true for me, or didn't sing to me. Now I find it's the essential difference in each function. All introverted functions are, by nature, self-centered. Everything else is anything for the tribe is extroverted. So, if you're doing it for you, it's you. If it's inside. If you're doing it for the tribe, it's E. So, observing, intuition, and sensing being just about gathering and sorting data seems an awfully limited way to look at sensuality, or S, and inspiration, or N, or another word for inspiration is imagination, in my vocabulary anyway. My experience of being an extroverted intuitive is about communicating options out, not gathering them in. Like I said, this is subjective. While I can be as sensual as the rest of the world, it is mostly about my senses rather than taking care of the physicalness of the tribe, which is why my wife is in Tennessee and I'm here. So there is that. Now, this is not to say that observer and decider functions are not real. I just see them a little bit differently. So let me just make sure that there's a time check. I define the clock to make sure I don't go over. So here's how I see them. Introverted thinking is a decider function. But extroverted thinking is observing what the tribe thinks. This is my view. Introverted feeling is also a decision function on personal values, while extroverted feeling is about observing the tribal values rather than influencing the tribal values. Introverted intuition or imagination is an observer function where I check my own options for the other functions. Extroverted intuition, which is what I have, and we all do it, and as they say, everybody does everything. That's where I offer options to the tribe in all things, both emotional, in the emotional life of the tribe, the dogma of the tribe, the physical nature of the tribe, all of that. Introverted sensing or sensuality is how I am observing the physical universe, past and future. Extroverted sensing is where I provide for the physical world of the tribe. This function for the SEs makes things and has parties. And I've got plenty of SE, believe me. I was a party animal in my day. I used to be able, put the keg on my shoulder or the bottle of wine on my shoulder. I'd hold the keg like this with a bottle of wine on my shoulder, the box of wine, and say, "Let the party begin." So yeah, My house was the house to go to. So I was the keg guard. So that's but that doesn't make me, I have the SE, even though the SI is, I remember all the gory details. That's the problem. Also on the SI, for me, that's kind of a pigpen function. Stain. I didn't change this time. Usually I change, which is an FE, but, David Chan say, what really bothers you is what your inferior function is. And for me, it's, presenting myself, getting dressed. It's not so much talking to girls, or other people, it's being able to, that imposter syndrome of how I look. So, I'm fine with what I know and what I can say and what I can even contribute. But, the whole, look at me? No, don't look at me. So, then mapping these out to the 16 types yields some interesting groupings which Jung may have had in mind. INTJ, ENTJ, INFJ, and ENFJ have two observers as the top two functions. That is, introverted imagination or sensuality with extroverted thinking or feeling in the first or second function. So, I'm more concerned with the top two rather than the crossing. The FPs are mixed. Or maybe mixed up. ISFP and ESFP are about the physical world and their own values. INFP and ENFP are about making the tribe conform to their own values. I missed one. The TPs are double deciders in the top two functions. INTP and ENTP analyze things and offer options for the tribe. ISTP and ESTP think through and make plans for the tribe's physical welfare. So there's that. And now we're down to the polarities. What am I doing for time? Good, 7 minutes. So much for my essay, right? I can't juggle, but I can cook. And I can even keep up with, but I do just as I like, not what other people like. So, that's just a data point. Where am I? Now, the polarities. For TI, people TI, they apply their thinking to tribes that they care about, their FE. So the TI serves loving the FE. Meanwhile, the TE are only interested in the information of tribes that reflect their own values, their FI. So you learn the dogma if you care about the ideas that the tribe has. NE source their opinions from the tribe, or they source their opinions for the tribe from their sensory experience, their memories, their SI. FE value groups that agree with their ideas, where FI examine their values in groups where they agree with the basic dogma. So they look at the dogma. So it's, they're mutual relationships, but one's dominant to the other, and that's on either axis, the first or the second. Where am I now? NI makes plans for how to exist in the world of the tribe, whereas SI looks for sensations in tribes where they are comfortable. So you look for your own sensations, but you've got to be comfortable with their SE. So you feel at home in the tribe, and then you look for sensations. Let's see, comfortable. There's something else I've got to think through for NE. I guess where they have the possibilities, where they're comfortable with the options. So that's NE. So if you're an SI, you're looking for the NE options. So that is gathering data, but it's more gathering the data of the tribe, not data generally, but what is the tribe? What can the tribe give me? And if I'm an NI, I want to know what the tribe can give me because I'm a selfish SOB. And SE do things for the tribe based on what they themselves like. So if I'm an SE, I like things. I bring things to the party. I have an imagination, and I will take that imagination from inside of me, my internal plans, and then go after the physicalness of the tribe and help them be great and have a good party. Like I said, I have TI and NI as my top functions, meaning I care enough about this work and Dave and Shannon, the community, because all these I love the videos that everybody's doing in this group and community, and so I care something about it. On another day, we'll look at the animals. I need to think them through because if you look at the functions this way, are the animals necessary? It's something to consider. It's something that I offer as an option. Whether I TI it or NE it to an extreme, I may not. And my Annie says just throw it out and see what people say. Of course, comments are welcome in the chat. Subscriptions are more than welcome. I will put in Patreon as well if you want to support my work in exploring the politics of life and society and religion and God. So this actually, and tax reform, which, by the way, is the coin of the realm, literally, on SE issues and SI issues and every function. So that's where my main love is tax reform, but tax reform to do things for families. And would decrease abortions. If you looked at my other thing, my first video from Monday. So happy Friday. I'm out of here. I might do something on the animals, or I might think on this for a while and think that maybe the animals aren't as necessary as we thought. And genders and all that, they probably are. Does it matter whether if you're a TP, what's more important, the E or the I? I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty extroverted, but my TI is pretty much stronger than the TE. But my SI is more pitiful than my FE. So I have a feeling that the ENTP is probably where I live. But like I said, comment. Make a video, tearing me a new one if you want. Or thinking, oh, he's got a point. I don't, whatever. I'm throwing it out there. The spaghetti's hitting the wall. If it sticks, we'll see what happens. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Now I'm going to do, as they say, my gathering, my consuming. I'm going to watch other people's YouTube videos for the rest of the evening. Have a pleasant day.